Well, a new challenge is being mounted against religious education classes in schools, this time in Victoria. A parents group wants Sunday school-style lessons replaced with cultural studies, which include religion.
Joining us now are our talkback king, Alan Jones, and political commentator, Graham Richardson. Good morning, gents.
Good morning.
Alan, what do you reckon? As a former teacher, does religious education have a place in schools?
Well, look, under the Public Education Act it does, and what is happening, I think, but firstly I'm totally opposed to what they're on about in Victoria. This is the thin edge of the wedge here, and we are a predominantly Christian society, and those Christian education classes have taken place for years and years, Anglican, Catholic, Uniting and so on, and if parents don't want their children to be involved in those, then they are able to opt out. There has been a move in New South Wales to introduce ethics classes in schools, which I'm in favour of, and that means if they don't want the religious education, they're taught things like right and wrong, whether you should cheat or whether you shouldn't, how you should play sport, should you be cruel to animals and so on. I think all those teachers, those lessons are very good by volunteers in ethics classes. But, you know, we are a Christian society and we can't run away from that. And I think there are minorities now trying to move in on the fundamental Christian basis of our society through cases such as these. I think we've got to be very careful.
Richo, what do you reckon? And should classes be more culturally diverse?
8% of us go to church now, Mel. I think we kind of forget that. Yes, we are a fundamentally Christian country, but the reality is none of us take it very seriously. When I had to repeat the leaving certificate after a car accident, I did it at a state school. They had religious classes. Like everybody else, I never went. Nobody ever asked me why I didn't.
You were loitering, Richo, and you shouldn't have been loitering.
Usually down behind the toilets having a smoke, because
right.
With the naughty boys. That's what I was doing.
Or the racing form.
Which was much more fun. But that actually, one of the kids was a bookie's son, and he always ran a book every week. But that's by the way. But I take the view, I think, generally speaking, that I don't care.
Yeah, well, I do care because I think this is the thin edge of the wedge here, and we have to be quite clear as to what is the religious basis, whether we practice it or not, what is the religious basis of our society. We are fundamentally Christian, and I don't know who these parents are, but I have a deep suspicion they're about teaching things other than Christianity in our schools. Now, if they don't want that being taught to their children, they can opt out of it. But I'm not too sure we should institutionalise what they're seeking to do.
OK, all right.